Fresh out the feds, back to the bread, it's cracking like ass. Hop at the bed, no type of rest, I can sleep when I'm dead, okay. Yeah, she could be bad, but she could be mad, cause I just want head. What else I deal with becoming my bitch, I say that shit is dead, okay. Yeah, you know the procedure, load up the steam, it's 30s and 80s, 50s and 10s. Set it all like a DJ. Different designer, dope by the 7 and lean by the leader. Bustin' out big, expensive, my rhyme is back in my band. Fresh out the feds, I'm fresh out the feds, I'm fresh out the feds. I'm loving this money, can't love her, no thotty, can't lay in my bed. My wife eat my bread, my wife eat my bread. I'm fresh out the feds, I'm fresh out the feds, okay. Say, my bed is over, hate me and sober, back to the Dodger. My niggas rollin', smoking no porn, and sick as he ballin', yeah. Yo bitch a squatter, call her super soaker, she fucked up my sofa. Got Migos with more thang, coca playin', get you pop like a soda. Can't love her, no thotty, my wife be my bread, you heard what I said. We can't be lovers, but we can be fuckers, yeah, we can be friends, yeah. Keep back it tough, I'ma treat them like paper and hit them with lead. That time with the state, they got snap out the feds, I'm fresh out the feds. Fresh out the feds, I'm fresh out the feds, I'm fresh out the feds. I'm loving this money, can't love her, no thotty, can't lay in my bed. My wife eat my bread, my wife eat my bread. I'm fresh out the feds, I'm fresh out the feds, okay, say. Say fuck the fam. Say fuck the fam. Say fuck the fam. Still getting bread.
This is Nico London, and you're now locked in with Kelly Kell on 258 Radio. Here's my new single.
Hey, what up? This is Weasel Sims. You're now listening to LipglossNMics.
Yo, what up? It's the Kid Maniac Black, kicking it with Kelly Kells on that 258 Radio. Look, new single out. Go check it out. Love is a Feeling. Featuring J Ride and DJ Crucial. Go cop that.
Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to LipglossNMics tonight. And it's the weekend, you know, and I took a nap before this show. So we ready to go, alright? I'm gonna let you all listen now. I hope y'all like that song, Fresh Out the Feds. That was by Chester, and that is off the EP. Okay? So make sure that y'all check out Cuffs to Cufflinks, okay? And that was one of the songs that are on that EP. So while I get him on the line, I'm going to let y'all check out this next one. Now, this is one of my favorites, okay? No, not just because it's called Love. Just listen, all right?
You can still for me. Even if you try killing me, just don't tell me you love me now. Please don't tell me you love me now. You can lie to me, you can steal from me. I'm forgiving you even if you try killing me. Just don't tell me you love me now. Just don't tell me you love me now. You can lie to me, you can steal from me. I'm forgiving you even if you try killing me. Just don't tell me you love me now. Please don't tell me you love me now. You can lie to me, you can steal from me. I'm forgiving you even if you try killing me. Just don't tell me you love me now. Please don't tell me you love me now. When you love me, I love you. When it's up, when I'm down bad and I can't give you nothing, you can't get shit but my love. Forget the shit that I've done. Most these bitches be pop and most these niggas be raps. That's why I fuck with some slaves. It's a fact, I don't fuck with the checks. I shoot you dead in your face. You gon' stab me in the back. But I already knew that. Better, I feel like I'm better than most. You do not know that you better than gold. You are imbecile, nigga, you ignorant. Judging a man that's different. Might as well go on and send us some. Treating me like I'm an immigrant. With love and loyalty, plenty of royalties. I am a god and not a minority. Watch your mama die, do your daddy cry. Tell me, do you feel it, nigga? Get robbed by the gas, bitch, fuck the gas, do you feel it, nigga? Do a prison sentence for a snitching, nigga. Ain't you a real nigga? So deal with it, nigga. You can lie to me, you can steal from me. I'm forgiving you even if you try killing me. Just don't tell me you love me now. Please don't tell me you love me now. You can lie to me, you can steal from me. I'm forgiving you even if you try killing me. Just don't tell me you love me now. Please don't tell me you love me now.
Hey everybody, alright, so I got Chester with me and we've been like, you know how I do. I always chat a little bit. So, warming up because I'm kind of like just waking up. And Chester, what's up?
What's happening? What's happening?
Yeah, so I got to tell y'all, they heard Fresh Out the Feds, and then they just heard Love, and I told them they could find the EP, Cuffs to Cuff Links. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the graphic.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you got to check it out. And a video, there's a video out there, Fresh Out the Feds. Okay, so yeah. So when? All right, I know you. We're gonna kind of like go forward and rewind and stuff, and that's cool with you, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, all right. Because I'm just, I hate going by like a list of questions and stuff. That's not me. All right. So let me get this. When did you start this whole music thing, like actually putting, CDs out, music out, singles out?
Like in I want to say 2010, I started taking it like serious.
Wow. Okay.
So, but I've been rapping since I've been a shorty, like younger. I'm like 5th grade. I wrote my first rap.
Yeah, so you're pretty seasoned then, because people think nowadays, they can put in a year or two and that's all good.
No,
but no,
it's been a minute. I put in some work.
They don't understand. Okay, so now what made you decide you wanted to do music?
It's a way of expressing myself. My mama used to have me like if we could talk, or like if I could like say something to her, or like get something off my chest, I'd write her a letter. So I started like writing poetry and music off that. And sometimes it's just an outlet.
Wow, that's wild. That's special, actually. I ain't gonna lie, because I did that a lot because I couldn't express myself. So I would have to write it through a letter, and I do that with my kids sometimes. Like they'll write to me, and they're grown now too. So
that's what's up. Yeah, they gonna remember that. So
yeah, they're grown now, but I don't know. Like if we had like a really bad argument or something, you know what I'm saying? It was like we talk or whatever.
Yeah, you got the text messages. Yeah. That's the same thing, but you'll be able to. Some people are texters and not talkers, but that just goes in that like with that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. That's strange. Wow, that was kind of like a little blessing there. Wow. All right. So, because I've never heard of that. So, there's always something unique with each interview. That's something that pops out. And I'm just like, whoa, okay. All right. So, now, Fresh Out the Feds, what's that all about?
Fresh Out the Feds, I wrote that when I was locked up. I was anticipating to get out. And I'm like, this is what I'm going to drop when I get out. Like that song. And, like one of the songs I wrote in there that had like a melody to it, it's catchy. It's just like, I could do a lot of rapping too, but like, that was, a catchy and melodic song that I wrote in the joint. So when I got out of Ute Crazy, that's like my big bro, we did some of my first productions. He had made that beat for me, it was gone from there.
Wow. All right. Because, you could tell in everything in your whole style, your whole production before the release, you know what I'm saying? It's all kind of it clicks together in a way.
Right.
Maybe I don't know. I mean, maybe you have to listen. I don't know. Maybe they have to read. You know what I'm saying? Which is what you should be doing anyway when you start following somebody. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like it all kind of, it's kind of like, I love it. It's like all irrelevant to everything.
Thank you.
That makes sense. Like your album cover, everything. Y'all gotta check out the album cover. I always complain on another show, like how a lot of artists, they don't even put the album cover, you know what I'm saying? Like, to catch somebody. A visual is so important.
Right, yeah, I agree.
That's the first thing they see before they even listen to your music.
Yeah.
And I could tell you, I don't know, that's just my opinion, though, But anyways, so let's get back to this. Now, you've been through a lot of, little traumas here and there, and you still struggle to push through, where a lot of people, they don't, they just give up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So your story is it's kind of incredible, and I'm not saying that you're looking for that kind of response either. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I know people go through traumas. Everybody has, a trauma or whatever that you go through, but to keep pushing is the biggest thing.
You're right. That's like my mama raised me on that also. Like my mother raised me on strength and to be strong. Like if I used to cry, she had me go wipe my tears up, and look in the mirror and say, I'm a strong black man, and for real. And as I got older, I didn't like crying. That wasn't a release. That's when I go towards the music or just start smoking some little weed or something. But I never like, you know, everybody deals with stuff different, but like that was never an option for me. Like I always had like that's like a point to prove. I can't just give up.
And I mean, when you think about it, though, I mean that's a good thing to have.
Right.
Because even though we go through like many struggles, and you know, it was so cool that I did a lot of times people don't research the people that they're working with, you know. I have to, even with the music, when I take on an artist that I get really, you know, like, I mean, that's just the thing. You should be doing that, you know. And it's passion, I guess. That's what it is. It's passion.
Right.
And I got a little cold, y'all, so excuse me if, you know, I stop coughing, but I don't think I will. I'm going to make it. And check this out. What pushed you the most to say, I'm doing all this and I'm not giving up? You know what I mean? I'm going to keep going.
Knowing that my mother and father, you know, like looking down, but like knowing that I just can't, like, even give up on that end. I didn't have my son until I was 22. So, like, up until, like, the 5 years before that, my mother passed when I was 17. At first, you know, it was hard, but, like, I instantly, like, I had to, you know, get on my stuff. Like, I was up here alone. I don't got brothers and sisters, so I had to give me some money and, you know, fend. Like, it wasn't like either be a bum out here, you know, make something happen.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I was looking through, you know, your bio. I think you got an awesome bio too. Like, it kind of just goes from point A to B, C, and then finish. You know what I mean? And you know, a lot of people don't even look into that stuff no more. But I always do, because it gives you a little bit about the person, especially if you haven't worked with them and you don't know them, as far as to interview someone. You know.
Right.
So, and I was just like, wow, I said, he's still going, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, a lot of people, that's why I'm writing a book too. So, like, that's a big thing for me, because this is the year I'm starting it. And I have my own traumas, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, everybody, to go through the stuff you go through, and I think it's good right now, because I've been interviewing a lot of people. You know, some things you see in the news is just crazy, and people be like, oh, why are you so strict? Why are you this way? But it's like, you see kids, you know, they learn. I watched, what's that dude's name? Oh my God, I'm gonna just screw up. He does family food. You know who I'm talking about. It's on the tip of my tongue. He, Steve Harvey. There we go. I watched Steve Harvey today. I know I'm going off sideways, but your story, this little boy went on Steve Harvey today, and I don't watch TV, so for all y'all that follow me, you already know this, you know what I mean? I hate television, okay? But my mom's was over, you know, and I realized more and more, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to do this. So we're sitting there, and I said, Ma, really? She watches soap operas, and it's a big thing with me and her. But I'm just like, okay. So I sat and watched it. But, you know, it was like a blessing, because this little boy got up there. And it's just the world we live in today. You need that positive, as somebody looking at your music, looking at you, that, you know, you push through. Just keep going and make something, like you said, out of yourself. Because this poor little boy, he must have been about 10, 11 years old. And, you know, Kels, I keep it real. So he's selling hot dogs, okay? This boy was selling almost 200 hot dogs a day in the summertime, instead of going out with his friends and playing, okay? A neighbor called the cops on him. Not even a neighbor, a girl. A lady went, wait, don't let me get this wrong, because I don't want to be all like, this lady was going to pick up her kid at school, okay? Wasn't even living in the neighborhood. And saw all that. I don't know what happened. Anyway, they called the cops on him, and he had to get permits, all this stuff, because he didn't have all that stuff while he was selling hot dogs outside. So, to myself, I'm sitting there like, you serious? You see little kids selling Kool-Aid? I used to sell, you know, I made bubbles and walked around the neighborhood with bubbles, selling them to people. And they were just made with dish detergent. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like, this is crazy. You caught on this little kid. And the only thing was Steve Harvey put it out there, and then the guy from Shark Tank came. They bought this kid a whole hot dog stand. He does a little bit. I mean, it's an awesome story. You got to check it out. Like, and my thing, you know, of course, I brought it up, like, who was he hurting? You know what I'm saying? Selling hot dogs outside.
Right.
You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm taking this way off. And so I think if the little boy was, you know, if it was a little white predominant neighborhood, that wouldn't happen. You know what I'm saying? And then they took off saying hot dogs. I was like, what? Selling hot dogs? Are you serious? But now he's going to have his own business, because now he got all that. You know what I mean? He kept going. His uncle was so proud of him sitting in the audience. I was like, yes. You know what I mean? Like, it was wild. So it was the one time I did watch TV. Something was good on it.
That's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, I'm going back. I didn't mean to go all off that, but it hit me with Steve Harvey. That's the only thing I watched today. So I was just like, wow. And this little kid he went through so much. Like, I guess his uncle.
You might like the Steve Harvey show. I don't like TV like that neither, but when I was like that's a show that I watched because he had some positive stuff going on there.
Oh yeah, I love Steve Harvey, but I just, you know what I'm saying? It's just TV. It's just TV. I don't, but I'll tune into him once in a while, and I like when he does Family Feud, so I'm good there too. But I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I just, But sorry. So you got all this music going. I can't wait till they hear Back Down to Love is my favorite. Y'all know that. What else do you have rolling out for the rest of this year?
I got like a catalog. I got about 50 songs. So I think I'm about to drop like 2 more projects. I don't know if I was gonna do singles, but I got my next project is on my producer's name, Juice Beat. So I was gonna do Chester Got the Juice, and another project I'm gonna name it Elegant Energy. I might push it about by the end of the year. Both of them, because I'm trying to stay, drop more content, kind of drop more shit.
Right.
I feel like I've been slow stroking in that. Trying to get a lot more.
But I mean, you should actually make a T-shirt out of that album cover.
Yeah. I'm definitely, the merch is coming. So I appreciate that, yeah.
Like maybe change it up a little bit, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, that'd be pretty wild, because the whole thing, I was impressed. I was like, I mean, I didn't see the album cover, I didn't even lie, until I think yesterday. I don't know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know what I have so much emails, so like I already have the songs going, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the rest of it, it's like, okay, when I need that, I'll come back and get it. You know what I mean? It's under a file. But I was like, when I saw it, I was like, dang. And it didn't hit me that it all, then when I started listening to the music, which I still got to finish listening to the album, so.
Oh, yeah, it's a quick 7 songs.
Yeah, and that's what I liked, too. It wasn't like this 14, 13, like, I don't know, I've been telling everybody you should put, like 3 of your best songs, and then maybe a couple of, like, like...
Right,
like,
you got it, you're right.
Because, man, I don't want to...
Picture's been shorter nowadays, we ain't got to do all that.
Yeah, and it's like, I can't... I'll be on Spotify. I take Spotify, like, everybody's like, oh, what stations do you listen? I'm like, really? You gotta ask me that? I pay for Spotify to take it on the go. Of course I listen to my station, you know what I mean? I listen to, like, all the underground artists that I, either working with or I follow, so I can know, But I love Spotify, it's just, that's been my favorite. I know Tidal's in. What do you think of Tidal?
You said what?
What do you think of Tidal? You know how you got Spotify? Yeah.
Tidal, I mean, they cool with me, my music on there.
It is?
Tidal, Spotify, iTunes.
Yeah, I seen it on all the other... I gotta look, because I didn't even go put it up. When I put up the interview so that you're on all the other stations, I'll have all that. But, see, I don't... So many artists are still trying to decide which one to use. Like, some of them be putting their stuff on that, and then some of them be just putting it on Spotify.
All of it's available on all platforms.
Alright, so I gotta bring up the Nike thing, right?
Okay, so the Nike thing, what's up with it?
I gotta bring that up, right?
Right, what's up with it?
So what's your thoughts on it?
I feel like Nike's finessing.
It's a what?
I'm with it. It's a finesse. Like, I'm with it. Like, I'm so, I'm a conspiracy theorist. Like, I definitely believe it. Like, it's deeper than that. And I'm knowing, like, for them to have the money behind them the whole time, and, like, he could say all that, but I'm like, man, he wasn't losing. I know he just checked the bag, and I know how these stocks just went up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't look at all that. It's like stuff.
Yeah, that's all you see. I'm trying to figure out what's really being hidden or something.
Right.
Because you got the whole Eminem and MGK. Then you got the whole Nike thing. It's like, all right, what's coming up? What's being done while we're not paying attention? Because this is crazy.
That's why, like you said about the TV, like paying attention to all that, when there's a lot of stuff just going on.
Yeah,
like
that's
that,
why
let's veer our attention off of what, what's the real matter at hand.
I ain't gonna lie. And then, God forgive me, but look who dies today. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I'm like, what? Like, what is going on? This energy thing? Like,
Yeah.
no. Like,
I mean, you can believe in coincidences. You know, some people are like that, but I don't. Like, I know everything happens. Like, stuff happens, and like you can control. Like, that's just it's a lot. I don't like weird stuff because I know that everything when it's like weird, like something's going on.
it is. It's just definitely like nobody. I don't know. I have been trying to stay off of Facebook feeds all because like and I don't even be on them that much anymore because I just don't have time. But you know, sometimes I'll scroll through and I'm just like, that's all you saw. All you saw. Even Instagram, everybody's picture and their own little quote, and I'm like, man, like this is crazy. Then you saw the MGK. I will admit though, I got tied into that. I've never been a Eminem fan, but I gave him respect. You know what I'm saying? And there's a couple songs I like, but it wasn't enough for me to go buy his stuff. Or my daughter was a fan of his. He wasn't. I don't know.
I didn't like the Kamikazes. Like, it was alright, but I feel like MGK, like, bodied them. And I don't even like this rapper doing it, but, like, I like when, you know, you can make a song, like, it's a decent, because it's 2018. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just come a certain way now and still expect it to be, like,
the way it
was,
was,
hip-hop,
right.
like, all praise to that, right? But I'm like, it's 2018, so you just can't do that and expect just us to respect it. Because I'm 27. So, like, my age range, like, and younger, like, 90s babies and stuff, we're not, like, trying to hear a lot of that type of stuff. So the way MGK is getting, like, he didn't come at him even disrespect. Everything he was saying was like facts. You know, I like that type of stuff. And I feel like Eminem is just being like, he is the GOAT. He is one of the greatest. Like, he is a lot of people top 10 or top 5. Like, just let everybody have their chance right now. Let everybody do what they're doing. The rap game is the way it is. Like, just deal with it. Like, because he was the way he was when he first came in. It wasn't nothing with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was wild out there. People didn't like him. You know, he had
I thought it was disrespectful as hell. I really did when I first started listening to him. And I guess, you know, it was my daughter that actually made me pay attention more. She's like, Ma, he's really not. I said, nah, man, he's disrespectful as hell. I'm like, I said, I can't deal with that. I said, he seemed like a little punk. I was like, and she was just like, you know, she was obsessed with Eminem. So, of course, she was going to make me listen. And I did. I mean, this, like I said, a couple of songs. MGK, I don't know. I like some of his stuff, but I think I got to go back and listen to them both again because everybody's telling me the same thing, that MGK kind of like took it, but I don't know.
Yeah, he did his thing on that. You know, as far as I never really listened to him. Like, I don't listen. That's what I'm saying. Like, I listened to it because I gave Eminem, so I listened to his song first. And I was like, okay, let me see who responded. And I seen everybody was saying something, like you said. So it's really the face, like the stats. I was like, okay, let me see what he's talking about. And when I checked it out, like I liked it as a song. Also, it wasn't just like as a diss. So it's like the Drake thing. You know, Drake will make a whole song about shit. You get into it with him, and like that's perfect.
I guess I'm not. I gotta do better with that. I'm gonna lie. I gotta do better with Drake. Everybody tells me, like, Kels, how can you not listen to Drake? And I said, it's not that I would listen to him a couple of songs, but I'm just not a big fan of his either. I don't know what it is.
You don't like Drake?
No. Look, he's going to be like, really? It's not.
You know.
I mean, I like him. You know, I can listen to some of his stuff, but I'm not, you know, like, a lot of people I talk to, they're really into Drake. I'm more of like, well, I don't know, I can't even say. I'm between a lot of things right now. It's like, Kevin Gates was one of my favorites, but...
Yeah, that's top 5. Now you're talking like Kevin Gates, Starlito. Like Drake not my top 5. He's just a great artist. Like
yeah, I guess because I'm always busy listening to the, you know what I'm saying, the indie, and then when I do listen to regular, I have my certain ones. You know what I mean? That I just don't, you know, and like I don't really listen. I mean, I catch up with music to see what's, you know, everybody else is liking, but you know, that's like all right, Cardi B and you know, Nicki. You take Cardi B or Nicki?
We say Cardi B or Nicki?
Yeah.
Cardi B. Nicki, I don't know. Like, really Nicki. It's Nicki, like, if I'm choosing, because I always had a real crush on Nicki. Like, I think, like, she's a sexy set. I love sexy set. So she's, like, been the first one, probably. But it's, Cardi is, like, I just got to think, she's, like, just doing everything to just make her normal, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Nicki is still, like, that fantasy and, like, doing certain stuff. It's like Cardi, like, got married, had a baby. Like, she's, like, you know, that's, like, you should do all that. That's, like, you know. That's weird.
I'm Nicki, so, I don't know. I like Cardi, don't get me wrong. I love her music, you know what I'm saying? But I'm also a big Nicki fan, so I don't know. It's hard. That's like putting Little Kim when it was Little Kim and Nicki. You know what I'm saying?
No, but Nicki, no, look, Kim is like, did you see that picture with the yellow on?
So with who?
Lil Kim. She got a picture with the yellow on, looking like the thing off It.
I just get crazy. I don't know. I haven't. That's what I'm saying. Like it's hard. But look, Cardi, she's doing her thing now. I ain't gonna lie, definitely doing her thing.
It's hard to do that with like Nicki in the rap game. So that's why like you gotta love it and respect it because there's a lot of female rappers right now. Like I know like, I look at all of them and they can't do that because it's like you gotta be.
I feel Summer slept on too.
Who?
I feel like Summer slept on. Why don't you do a duo with one of those like Chicago female ones?
I am. I like a couple of them. I do. Like I was doing that before I got locked up. I got a song with Tink before all the stuff. Like a lot of the artists up in Chicago, King, Louis, Dirk. I got a song with all.
How many females?
You said how many females?
Yeah, there's a couple of females from Chicago that do their thing.
Okay, you got Queen Key.
Yeah.
Dreezy, Tink. I'm trying to think about some girls.
I think Dreezy and Queen Key are slept on.
Yeah, you know me. It's a girl called You Know Me from up here. She decent. Let me see. I have to look into it. A lot of girls just like I like the look, but they got I like the one that had a bar too. Though, like it all play hand in hand.
Yeah, but her music's crazy. Their music's crazy. Like I just feel they're slept on. Dreezy
not really slept on. Like I remember, that's what I'm saying. Like back then at 12, I remember when Tink was like everybody was listening to Tink more than Dreezy back then.
Yeah.
So now, Dreezy getting a cloud right now.
So tell me, like, now you're from Chicago, right?
Mhm.
What part are you from? Because every Chicago artist, it seems like Chicago's so big. I need to go visit there one day.
I'm from the South Side. I'm actually from this is like Calumet City. It's like Sibley. If you ever heard like you come out here and you ask Sibley or 147, it's like South suburbs right here. So Chicago actually stops on 139th Street, and like that's the next exit, like right after Chicago. I was born in Chicago, but I've been living like off Sibley, in different Calumet City, Harvey, Riverdale, and West Helena all my life. Like West Helena, that's in Arkansas. That's where my father used to stay. So I used to be back and forth.
Oh wow! All right. So now I'm gonna push back to the album. The next song, of course, the one I like, "Love." How did that come all about?
Life experiences. Like the hook is saying, like you can lie to me, you can steal from me, I'll forgive you even if you try killing me. Just don't tell me you love me. And it's like I'd have been through a lot of that, like snaked out events. I've been snake bent a lot of times. Like dealing with the lost my mother and father, and like I got told on when I went to jail. There's just been a lot of stuff, so that just brought that up.
So like your trust and and a lot of thing. Like that was one of my favorites. Like I like Fresh Out the Feds. I don't know what it is like why I connect with the other one, and then of course Back Down I like too. I mean that's why I want to hear the whole album too.
Yeah, Back Down not on the album.
No, I know. But I'm saying, like, so was that for another album or was that before this album? Because I know the other two were on it.
I just dropped that. Like, I got a tune with Chase the Money. We got a few songs together. We got a decent catalog coming together. And, like that is something I felt like I just had to drop. Everybody was, like, messing with it. And it seemed like the right time for it.
Right. Yeah, that's why I played the other two at the beginning of the show because I knew those were out on the album and I didn't want to, I was afraid of screwing up, I was like, so if I put them two together, I'm good. But yeah, I'm like, so that's cool. So you're just pushing Back Down. That's just on the side there, right?
Yeah.
And then you'll pick out other ones. So I would say for the rest of the year, now you're gonna come out. Are you gonna come out with a video for Love?
Yeah, I'm about to shoot that. That's that Will Gates one shot Fresh Out the Feds. We got like a little movie thing going for like a Bonnie Clyde thing. It's gonna be some serious. I think like everybody gonna mess with it like real tough. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Get my act on a little bit.
But that's cool. That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, that's going to be a wild video, too. Like, that's just a pretty, So, what about shows?
Right now, that's what I'm lining up right now. I got the Swank PR, that's what's going on right now. That's with Doe. And right now, in the Swank
I'm gonna let everybody here back down. You want to introduce it?
Okay, yeah, this is Chester Back Down. It's produced by my homie Chase the Money, Chase the Money. Something quick, let y'all know I'm back. Shit.
There we go.
This is how I live. Can't afford my pill. Bustin' up your pill.
Chase the money, chase the money, chase the money.
Bustin' up your pill. Bustin' up your pill. Extravagant is how I feel. Lavish is how I live. Can't afford my pill. Little nigga pay a bill. Get some shit for your kids. Put some food up in the crib. Get a noodle, make a dip. Get some head, then I dip. Fall in love, on trip. I ain't chasing no bitch. Too busy chasing the cash. You broke cause you chasing some ass. I'm known for making it back. Fucking it off and then making it back. Fucking it off and then making it back. Wait, I'm hot, they whack. I'm up, they black. I know, they mad. I'm back down, they hate that. I'm not a Christian, you cannot get saved. You got a better check what minimum wage. The way I was raised, I'm stuck in my ways. No tricking, no butt, I just not enough face. I'm hot, they whack. I'm up, they black. I know, they mad. I'm back down, they hate that. I'm not a Christian, you cannot get saved. You got a better check what minimum wage. The way I was raised, I'm stuck in my ways. No tricking, no butt, I just not enough face.
Alright, y'all, we're back. And again, that was Back Down. And that one's not on the album, but the first two that y'all heard tonight, which was Love and Fresh Out the Feds, that's on it. And where can everybody get the album?
iTunes, Spotify, it's on iCloud too. So everywhere. Spin Rilla, my mixtapes. You can stream it anywhere.
That's what's up. And
All
give
black
everybody
y'all.
your social.
Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Chet versus Chester. That's ChetVSCHESTR.
Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you too. This Chet is what was it? It's Chester now. What did you used to be, AKA?
Oh, Chet, CHET.
Yeah. What?
Like it was.
What happened? Why did you switch it?
Yeah, it's a switch up in everything. Like I wasn't, the suits, like everything with the debonair look, how I'm coming out and everything. I had to recreate myself. That was one of those, like Law 25 and the 48 Laws of Power. That didn't caught my attention. When I read that book, when I was incarcerated.
All right, question. I'm going to stop you on there. The 48 Laws of Power, we'll get to that to remember. Like, right after this, I need to step back to that, okay?
Okay.
All right, so when you read that and you said you had to so I got you because, you definitely got to rebrand it and come out with a bold, it has Chester. So how'd you get Chet to begin with?
Chet is short for Chester.
Right.
And my homie, B.D. Mike, rest in peace, but when they first started calling me Chet and I started get some money and doing everything out here, he was like, man, you got to say your name twice because you one of them niggas. So Chet, for real. So everybody started screaming Chet, and everybody.
It's true though. It's kind of catchy too, like Chet. You know what I mean? Like that's what I got out of it. I was like, well, that's kind of catchy, like Chet. And then Chester, like you said, came out with a bam, and I seen all the suits and my favorite ones with you standing in front of that theater type thing with all the lights. Yeah. I was like, oh, check that out.
Yeah, thank you.
That was kind of cool. And then you keep a smile on and knowing all the rest of it, I'm like, dang, because that's the biggest thing. Like if you just smile, I don't know what it is about smiling, but that vibe just makes you feel a little bit better.
Right, yeah, you got to smile through everything, regardless. And then my mama used to smile a lot. That made at a funeral, I remember everybody saying how she used to brighten up the day or that did it to me too, and I could real I'd have did that to a lot of people. I'd have had, people just tell me to smile, I'd be looking at them.
Yeah, then you look at them what? I don't know what are you talking about, smile. But it's true now, and I guess my grandmother, she was my world, and she used to tell me that all the time. She said you gotta smile through everything. And I was one, of course, I had braces as a teenager, you know what I mean? I'm like, I ain't smiling, man, all that silver be flashing. Like, no. And she'd be like, come on, you got to do that. So that was a thing with me, too, when I grew up. It was just I tell my kids that, too, And I notice it now that I'm older, you know, like, it's true. When you do smile, someone that's just looking at you, they look at you like, what? You know what I mean? Like, and sometimes they'll either smile or they'll just, like, you know, like, what the heck? They'll probably think you're crazy, but it's back home and down here is totally off with that. Like, down here, they wave at you, like, and hey, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
you down south, right? That's real. Like, everybody's friendly down there.
yeah, when I first moved, and I'm from up north, so, you know, coming down here, it was like just driving down the road, people are waving at you, and I'm like, man, what are you doing? Like, now
when I first got back from down there and came up here, I had to catch myself. Like, in Chicago, you know, that's not everybody, not that friendly at all.
Yeah, that's
so,
like back home, same thing. That's why I
don't like looking at guys too long. Like, I don't do all that mean mug and everything. If I catch a dude looking at me too long, I'm gonna say what's up, or like say something to him. Like, I'm sure, like, you gotta greet him or like something.
Yeah, they don't have to be like waving and stuff. Like, no, that's like back home. You just no, you know, no. Like, it's good. We too on the go, on fast pace to be like stopping and trying to make friends. No, because. No, we just don't. We stayed ourselves. I'm just like, this is crazy. You know, all this southern, you know, and now I know what that all is. I feel trapped down here. I can't wait to get out of here. But, anyways, I want you to just shout out all your social media again. Tell everybody y'all can get cuffs to cuff links. You already heard it on all your digital platforms. So don't even, you know, anyone y'all go to, because you know y'all go to them. Check it out.
Alright, yeah, you could follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Chats versus Chester. That's CHETVSCHEST. And make sure you go play that Cuff to Cuff links. You know, you get that on iTunes.
Yeah, do that.
Want to go listen to it? Yeah, the video is out right now for Fresh Out the Feds and Back Down. So, you know, just search Chester. Fresh Out the Feds and Chester Back Down is going to pop right up.
Yep, do that. And going back to that Laws of Power thing, you know, how is it easy to read that book? Because I read a lot, you know, like books that different people tell me I need to read. Like, I already did the Law of Attraction. I did a couple of other. But you know what?
Yeah, you got it.
It's hard to remember all of them.
You don't never, because that's like you would never fully know that. That's like you just become familiar with it. So it's better to be familiar and like become conscious of the stuff you was unconscious of at first.
Gotcha.
So like,
so it's okay that I only remember a couple of them so far.
Right? Yeah, you never like. I don't remember all the 48. Like I read the book twice, and I still need I feel dumb to it now. Like that wasn't enough at all. You're supposed to refresh yourself on everything. Like, knowledge is powerful. But like that right there was just a lot that just brought me conscious to a lot of stuff. Like, an older cat when I was locked up told me that I needed to read that book. Because he was like, just watch me move around the deck and everything.
Yeah, my mentors tell me that all the time, to read that book. And the other one, which I already read this one too, and I thought I had it all down, but now maybe like years later I need to do it again. And what was funny is when I was in corporate, they made us read this book too, and I'm like, it was just so weird. And Who Moved My Cheese? It's called Who Moved My Cheese. It is kind of Who Moved My Cheese, yeah.
Who wrote it?
Did you ever read it?
I said, who wrote it? Who's it written by?
I don't know. I'm bad with stuff like that. I mean, I know if you pop it in, though, if you Google it, whatever, it'll come right up.
Who Stole My Cheese?
Oh, wait. Is it? No. Who moved? Is it? Now you got me thinking. It might be Who Stole My Cheese. No. Now you got me all confused. You're gonna make me look it up. It was something like that though. The story was good, and I thought I had it all down pat, and that's another one I think I need to read again. Somebody told me that recently. They're like, Kells, you need to read. I still say it's Who Moved My Cheese. Is that the whole thing of it? Is stole? Because the other guy stole his cheese?
I don't know. I never read it.
Oh, for real? I really think...
I'm trying to ask you about it.
I think it's Who Moved My Cheese, and I think that's the moral of it, though. Because the guy... Don't. Stop. Just stop. Because I was thinking, like, wait, that's like the whole, you know... Wow. All right. So, anyways, you're going to do some studio work tonight, right?
Yeah, I'm headed to the studio right now to mess with my homie Dita. Big Bodie Dita. Yeah, he'll rap out here in Chicago. We got a song, Trap Money, Crack Money. It's hot right now.
I like the name. I gotta go out to Chicago someday because it just seems I'm kind of nervous going out there. But Joe's
Yeah,
like, "Oh no, you got to, Kels. Don't worry."
Doe gonna show you a great time, though, man. He got all the player stuff and all the positive vibes going on with him at all times.
Yeah, I'll be like that. Who was that crazy lady that went to Chicago and did a big thing? Joe sent me. Oh, was it on? No, it wasn't on. What was it? It was on one of those night channels. It was like a documentary thing, huh?
You say what they do?
It was, I guess she went into Chicago and went on a tour. Joe sent it to me. It was like a clip, and I put it up. Trying to think, was it PM Magazine? Somebody big, like, 60 Minutes, I think. Went to Chicago.
And what she do?
She was showing, like all the bad neighborhoods, and I was laughing because, like, I'm glad she had protection or whatever, because this lady, the way she comes from 60 Minutes, she was cool, though. She did her thing on the interview. I was impressed, but it was wild. She went out there to all these different neighborhoods, because, like I said, everyone I talked to that I've interviewed or whatever from Chicago, they're all from, like, a different area, and they'll explain some of it, or, who was the other one I did? I did, Little Mouse way back. I did, oh my God, there's so many that Joe had sent to me. But I get Scotty's Music. I mean, that's pretty much a couple from Chicago, so I've always heard, like, different stories, you know what I mean, about Chicago. Then I heard one that was a good one, but there's people down here that came from Chicago, and they miss Chicago, so they said they love it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like a love-hate thing. I done had, like, some stuff happen up here, but, after getting some money and the beautiful women, and, it made me stronger, too, though. Like, when you, like, I honestly know I can make it anywhere.
Right.
After being here and, like, going through, like, just being in the streets out here when I was, like, how I was, I'm like, you can make it anywhere if you know how to make it out here.
Right. And a lot of people, like I said, like, the whole North and South thing for me, I mean, the South is definitely not my last place. But it's like Chicago, I see city, you know what I mean? So I like the idea of that. All right, well, I'm about to wrap it up, but I do want you to give one bit of advice that you would give to all indie artists on the come up.
I say stick to it, stay consistent and diligent, hard work, because it's going to pay off at the end, and don't give a fuck what nobody thinks. Like, don't care about no opinions. If you love it, just do what you love, and you know where your heart is. Right.
And don't give up, and then try to, just keep going, no matter how bad it gets.
And no matter how bad it gets, it's the grass is definitely greener on the other side. You got to make that a shit.
Yep. And all right then, I'm gonna let you go so you can get on your way to the studio, and I've got another show coming up, so I'll be getting ready. But I want to thank you for the interview. I had fun.
All right, no problem, man. I appreciate that.
All right, and you have a great weekend.
All right, you too.
Bye. All right, y'all. So that was, remember, Chester, aka Chet. But I got to keep that AKA there because I love it. The Chet. Okay. And I want to shout out to Doe from the Go. Y'all go check him out too. He's got plenty of projects on the go. But do go to these platforms and go to iTunes and check out Cuffs to Cuff Links. The cover's pretty wild. I got the video on my page. Go check it out on Facebook. I know a lot of people are fading away, but I even put a piece of his song up, I believe, on IG, Tumblr, Google. So y'all go check it out and hit me up and tell me what you think about it, And again, if you missed some of the show tonight, it'll be aired again. Don't worry, you'll see the flyers when he hits, New York and Stop Beefing Radio and all the other places. So just, go check out those stations too. All right, y'all. Peace.